Alright, darlings, totally enjoyed the show, guys. Now, guys, when you see someone that's good looking, that's the beauty standard, and they're fighting for human rights, you are basically saying that you agree with what they do because you think, hey, they're fighting for human rights, they believe in all human rights, religion, race, interracial couples, um, um, and sexual orientation, right? And trans and all that, right? Non-binary, right? So I believe in all that stuff. So when people see me talking about it, they think, wow, as Marco, I'm a gorgeous guy. As Melina, I'm a gorgeous girl. Now people might think, hey, if he really talks about all this stuff as Marco, and he really believes in all this stuff, he must be trans or non-binary. I don't believe in myself being those things, but I really think, dressing up as a girl is fun, and I really think it's important that people are allowed to do that if they want to do that for fun, and if they want to do that for their personal lives. I've never dated as Melina, I never would. Maybe I would, I don't know, but I don't think I would. But yeah, so I mean, and the thing is, I'm not afraid of it, right? Like, I mean, if I really wanted to date as Melina, I would. If I really wanted to be as Melina, I would, right? I wouldn't feel any qualms about it, I wouldn't feel bad about it. And I would feel great about it, right? Because Melina's pretty, right? And even if she wasn't, I would feel great about it because we should all be comfortable in our own skin. We should all do what we want. Now, as Marco being the best looking guy in the world and Melina being the best looking girl, it's important that I fight for human rights because then people really believe me and think, hey, maybe somebody didn't like drag queens before and they see me and think, wow, I never really thought someone that good looking would be dressed up as a girl. I really think that's important to me and I really think that's really cool. So they might get a different sense of what it's like or feel like, hey, it's not as bad as I thought, or maybe I took this thing the wrong way. And it educates people, it gets people thinking, practicing safe acts, I think that's important too. I think we all live in a world where we want instant gratification, but if we're not protecting ourselves or we're not feeling like we are allowing ourselves the protection that we need as people in general, then we are not doing ourselves service. So I talk about stories about that, and I really think, people are not necessarily feeling like they're going to get attacked or have an STI or STD, but it does happen, right? That's why people do get these things. So it's important that you protect yourself and you are safe, right? Fighting for human rights and being able to advocate for safe acts, I think those are important things, and I think those are things that people look behind and don't see as much anymore. No, people don't really talk about those things anymore, and they do talk about them. Like Angelina Jolie always fights for the rights of, Afghanistani girls, and there's a lot of people that still do talk about these things that are like so good. Like Angelina Jolie's like awesome, and she fights for these rights, right, for these girls. Really important, right? We need people to defend rights. We need people like she's like, well, somebody out there could be exactly like her, and they're stuck there suffering. Whereas Angelina Jolie has all this riches and fame and all this stuff. It really is totally different a lifestyle to live like that. So she's fighting for their rights. Anyway, totally enjoyed by now. And I agree, it's good, darling. It's good, darling. Bye now.